Here is a bonus episode available only for Patreon members of Cinema Recall. Go to patreon.com/cinemarecallpod for the full version. And now here is your host, the Vern.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cinema Recall podcast. I am the Vern. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, whatever you're doing. Greatly appreciate that very much. If you are a Patreon member, patreon.com/cinemarecallpod, this episode is going to feel very old because I originally released this back in August. We are going to be talking about the Florida Project for our Sean Baker September series. And I'm so happy right now to have with me a fellow Minnesotan. It is Nick Palodichuk. I can't believe it. You just told me this last name before we recorded. Nick from the St. Paul Filmcast. Nick, thank you so much. Please tell the listeners out there the correct way to say your last name.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. It's been a long time coming. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I listen to the Cinema Recall every time. My name is Nick Palodichuk. I'm another member of the Minnesota Film Critics Association. You can find my show, the St. Paul Filmcast, anywhere you find podcasts. And I interview independent filmmakers from the Twin Cities area, screenwriters, cinematographers, actors, and writers, pretty much of local right on here.
And I have to ask you this, Nick. How did you get involved with interviewing those filmmakers and writers and whatnot from the Minnesota scene?
And actually, it started with me doing a Comic-Con right next to fellow writer C.J. Renner. We were doing a fall con here in Minnesota. And when I was talking about it with him, as you know, things get less busy. And I said, hey, I just do a show where I talk movies. And he goes, well, I just did a movie. And I was like, what? I did a movie called Gunn, Gunn. And I was like, that's great. I'll have you on, talk about that. And then got a couple other people that were affiliated with the project of Film Gunn. And from there, I've been just casually networking to the point where I've made my own movies. I'm working on doing my own animation short film, too. And I'm working on making another short film coming up next year as well.
Oh, Nick, that is amazing. Has your films played at any local film festivals at the Twin Cities Film Fest or?
Yeah. My last one I made was called Cycle, and we got submitted to some other film festivals. It did win a couple awards out in L.A. We did I think it's called the Indie Short Films.
Okay.
Got a bunch of accolades from there. And then, hopefully we get the animated short film done by next fall. We're looking to submit it into some film festivals by then.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I hope you get to bring it to the Minneapolis St. Paul International Film Festival for their programs they have there. That would be very, very cool to see that. I really did not know that, you made films, Nick. This has been a really surprise for me. So I am in awe right now. And I'm surprised I've not seen any of your work, really. And I really would like to watch some of them later on.
Oh, well, great. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get some more. There's one movie I made that will never see the light of day. It's kind of like you make your first pancake. You just make it, get rid of it, throw it in the garbage, and you start all over again. Sure. But I think if you look for you can find it's the short film's called Cycle, like bicycle without B-I. And I'm on IMDb. So if you just type my name, IMDb, you can probably find the movie through there. It's also on YouTube as well.
Very good. I'll make sure I post links to your IMDb page.
Great.
As well as do you have a YouTube channel?
No, it went through my cinematographer. I can probably send you the link as well.
Okay, send me that. I'd like to put that out for our listeners and watchers to check that out. Yeah. Very cool. Before we do get going on the topic we're going to be discussing about, the Florida Project, has there been any new movies and things that you watched that you want to recommend to our listeners?
Oh, get out immediately and go see Weapons.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Zach Krieger has kind of really cemented with him. He knows film. He knows horror films. And he's very much like Osgood Perkins. They got a certain style. They're going to stick with it, whether you like it or not. But he's definitely Zach Gregor's definitely elevated his craft from Barbarian. Even though I really did enjoy Barbarian, but this is an elevation that's just fantastic.
See, I liked Barbarian at how batshit crazy that movie got. Because
I thought it was old.
He does like this genre switches in the movies, and I really had no idea that was from the director of Barbarian until after I saw Weapons and looked up the director. I'm like, oh, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Because Barbarian is like this very creepy horror film. And at the end of it, I'm like laughing out loud, like it's a laugh out loud comedy. I'm like, is that right? Was that his intention? But when you watch Weapons, that's clearly the intention that he's going for that. And I absolutely love it. I love the fact that. What?
Oh no! I was just going to say with my with my written review, I established that Zach Gregor is just masterful at the steering, the stew, the building of the promissory note that there will be horror to come, and he delivers. Yeah,
and he has this great knack of infusing a lot of comedic moments into it.
Yep.
And
yes.
It's a story where things get repeated and you get introduced to all these new characters, but you get to see new elements of the storyline that wasn't there before. And I thought it was great. I thought all the cast was really good. Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, and I forgot the name of the old lady.
No, but it was perfect to cast Josh Brolin. He doesn't really do a lot of horror movies, but he does play a lot of diabolical people as well as kind of good people. So you put them in a horror movie, you don't know where he's going to go. Is he going to go diabolical? So yeah, it's kind of this we don't know where it's coming from, but we know we're going to get the payoff eventually. Wonderful to put him in the movie.
I will say this one more thing about Weapons before we move on. I think the marketing for this movie is really good. I like the fact that the trailers and TV spots don't give anything away. And I love very much in this day and age of like doing spoilers that no one has really spoiled the outcome of this movie. Like everybody wants you to go out and see this movie in theaters. And I am very appreciative of that.
100% agree with you. Yes, absolutely. Great promotional.
Very much as well. All right. Well, we're going to begin to our conversation about the Florida Project. Before I do that, I've got some little trailer to play for the Florida Project. So give me 1 second here.
All right.
Failed as a mother, Moni.
Mom, you're a disgrace.
You don't think everybody knows what's up, Haley?
The man who lives in here gets arrested a lot. These are the rooms we're not supposed to go in.
New job?
Yeah.
If you're working, who's looking after mommy?
You're not my father.
I don't want to be your father.
You can't treat me like this.
Let's go.
Have a nice day.
Love you, Bobby.
I love you too.
So the Florida Project is directed by Sean Baker. And I want to ask you this, Nick. What is your history with Sean Baker movies?
Actually, this is the first one I seen of Sean Baker when it came out in 2017. And eventually I went to see Tangerine. And then I missed Red Rocket. I saw Honora. Then I went and saw Red Rocket. That's kind of the order I've seen Sean Baker's films. So this is actually the first time I got to see it. Was the first Sean Baker film. This is it.
This is my first Sean Baker film, too, that I saw. I saw the Florida Project on an airplane heading back from Vegas of a friend's like bachelorette party. And I remember seeing trailers for this. And as I'm watching the film, I am almost like horrified by what I am seeing in this movie. This mother just being rude to everyone and kind of being what I felt like is being a bad mother, and like these kids getting away with stuff. I'm like, oh geez, someone should like stop these kids. But as I'm watching it, I found myself just like growing into these characters very much as I'm watching it though. Now for me, I knew about the Florida Project first, and then I knew about Tangerine. I thought Tangerine was Sean Baker's first film. that he did. Didn't realize that he made 3 other films before that with Takeout, Starlet, and The Prince of Broadway. And I know that Tangerine got to be famous because he shot everything on a digital iPhone. And this is the first film he actually shot on actual film. And it was released by, was it A24 that brought this one out?
Yes, they did. You're absolutely right.
So very good to have a project like that. But let's get into kind of your first thoughts when watching this for the first time.
It has a wonderful, refreshing, almost childlike view of what's being transpired. You get the whimsical of kids just being kids. You get the angles of it, of just their point of view. You understand that the kids just want to almost treat the world as a playground. And you get to almost, in a sense, this wonder. It looks the colors, the pastels, even though it's kind of the setting for the environment, but also get the setting for the mood. It feels very almost freedom-like. The kids are kind of just being kids, but also it has this undercurrent that all is not well played throughout with the music. And not to mention you have the beginning of the movie, the kids are just spitting on a car, right?
Yeah.
But it's the 3-shot tone of how the kids they don't know the consequences, they're just having fun with it. And I think Sean Baker's wonderful at crafting that the fantasy, but also eventually reality is going to come and it's going to hit hard.
I think it's great for Sean Baker to sort of like have the movie be done through like the kid's eye perspective, because that's the whole notion of the movie here. You have Mooney played wonderfully by Brooklyn Prince.
Absolutely wonderful.
And then you have the other 2 kids, Scooty's played by Christopher Rivera, and Janzi is played by Valeria Cotton. And I thought those 3 kids were just very beginning. And at the very start of the movie where little kids calling out for like Scooty and for Mooney, and it begins with that celebration from Kool and the Gang. I will say this. Sean Baker does the best job of matching music to titles that I think any other filmmaker has done. And it puts you into that mood where, hey, things are going to be light and breezy and fun, because according to those kids' characters, it's a celebration. And the way that he frames all these Lamberts and Floridas, the movie takes place at this hotel that is about a few miles away from Disneyland. It's this hotel that's meant, for marginalized, for poor people. And I know those hotels because I used to live in one. There was a hotel that became an apartment building, and I lived there for a couple of years. And they charge you every week, is what they do.
Yeah,
and
just
so
like in the
I know those places I lived at, and I had other neighbors around the area too that I used to meet at bars later on. So I know that area, and the fact that Sean Baker shows all these big Florida landmarks, almost from like Low Angel to High Angel, and shows like the Florida Orange Stand or the ice cream stand. These things seem giant to kids, and they seem like these big giant amusement park elements, and I really kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah. And wonderful with the setting. And not to mention that Sean doesn't really outright tell people, any character he has, these are bad people or these are good people. It's kind of a blend, and he lets the audience kind of fill in the blanks what your perception of these people are. There's great moments where the mom is actually a great mom. There's moments where you're like, oh my God, this kid should be taken away.
Yeah, I mean, like, the mom, Haley, played, I think greatly here by Bria Venetti. I thought she did like a really great job. And, the funny thing too is that she was discovered just through like, Instagram and stuff right there. In fact, I have a small little clip I'm going to play of her interview on here. Give me 1 second.
Wonderful.
I don't know how he found my Instagram, but it happened, and he reached out to me through email, and we just talked, and for a little bit I just thought someone was like playing a joke on me, because you wouldn't think that you would get an opportunity like this through social networks.
Social networks made your dream come true.
Yeah, they did.
You're gonna be late again. You gotta let me know.
It was due yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. It's due yesterday.
What else? Why you gotta count it like I'm broke?
I just gotta make sure.
Gotta make sure what?
It's the right amount. It's a simple thing.
I just counted it. I can't count? You think I can't count?
Listen, honey. I trust you.
Do you?
No.
You gonna put that in there?
May I count it? May I count it? Good girl. You got your rent. Let me count it. Get out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
The other voice you heard that scene is, of course, the great William Dafoe. And I think it's great how Sean Baker puts famous, more established actors in with like newcomers. And everything just feels like organic and real. And
you totally buy it. You totally buy that William Dafoe is the manager of this hotel. He's not this famous actor. You totally believe it in all the mannerisms that he's had enough with all his customers and just wants to work in quiet. Yeah. Totally buy into it.
It seems like everyone treats him like being that manager of that location. He's Bobby. He's not the movie star William Dafoe. Like when there's a scene where the power gets shut off and everyone's like getting mad at him, like, come on, guys, just pay my rent. Can't believe this shit. They're yelling at him. And then once he's part back on, they're like, oh, thanks, Bobby. We love you. It's like, yeah, I love you too. And Bobby seems to have like his own issues with all the patrons there, but it's clear that he likes them. And even though he has issues with Haley and the problems that the kids do to his establishments because they do mess things up, he really does care about these kids. And not only that, too, it seems that everyone in this hotel community sort of does care about each other. Yeah. Even so much that after the kids spit on the car, and there's that confrontation that the mother has with Haley and with Bobby as well, and the kids get to play or get to clean the car, the girl that they originally, spit on, she wants to go and clean the car, and they want to be friends with her too. And it feels like the way that the moms bound together with just having a simple cigarette, and now they're friends even though they live in separate things. There's the way that arguments can be solved and friendships can be formed. I find that to be a very cool thing.
Yeah. Yes. And Sean Baker has a wonderful way of presenting out front characters or people that kind of go under the radar of society or a little bit on the fringe of society's norms. You understand these people are kind of, maybe you won't recognize them out in the street, out and about. They're not sometimes even the hero in their own stories. And he has a wonderful way of, through the lens, not really being judgmental about it, presenting these people that you probably just drive by and ignore.
Yeah, he wants to give a voice to like a lot of these marginalized communities.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Perfect. Yeah.
All these people that you want to ignore and just not even think about. And Sean Baker, puts a camera on them, and you just get to see their turmoils. And I do want to start a little bit here on Haley, the character played by Bria Venati. I thought her acting was good, very naturalistic. Even when I saw interviews with her, it seemed like that's who she is, even though I know this is a fictional character. Do you think Haley is a good mom or not? Because I still wrestle with that.
Right. Like I said, there's moments where she's fantastic. She's doing the best with what she has. But when she's kind of sabotaging her own way also, she's kind of one of these people that get in her own way of success. Not to mention she likes to play the victim also, that the world is inflicting it. I'm a survivor. And she actually is. She's a survivor. but she plays this the world is against me card throughout, which leads into a danger thread of selling herself to make amends. And it's shot really, really fantastic. It's not exploitative.
No.
But she puts the daughter into the bathroom, and all we see is just the daughter, the kid being a kid. We don't even see just playing in the bathroom, and so we'd see the door open.
We got to take a short break, but Cinema Recall will be right back after these ad spots.
It's a jacked up review show. It's a jacked up review show. Jacked up review show. It's a jacked up review show.
Join your host Cam Sully each week as he chats with special guests to discuss many an insane movie and numerous cult TV phenomenons.
Listener discretion is advised. It's a jacked up review show. It's a jacked up review show. Jacked up review show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Cinema Recall podcast. Nick, what's coming up new at the St. Paul Filmcast?
Okay, so we have a couple of our guests coming up. We have independent filmmaker Alex Rumsey. She's coming on in September. She's just directed her first short film. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to have my artist friend Paige is going to come on. And also, I do have a co-host. Her name is Kay Duchowski. She comes in and co-hosts with me. She just completed a documentary called 1 in 8 about breast cancer, and they had the promotion over at Hopkins Theater in August. I don't know where it's going to go after it. If you want to look for the documentary, it's called 1 in 8. And a wonderful co-directed by my co-host Kay Dusowski.
Oh, very cool. Please tell us, where is the best place to try and find you if you want to listen to the St. Paul Filmcast?
Oh, Spotify, like everybody else, right? Spotify, and our distributor is Podbean. You can find us there. Yeah. Also, you can find my written film reviews under St. Paul Filmcast Reviews.
St. Paul Filmcast Reviews. All right.
Yes.
Very cool. I'll make sure I'll post links to all of those and our show notes.
Oh, I greatly appreciate it.
Does go live right there. Very cool. As for Cinema Recall, I know that I've got planned recorded episodes to do one with Izzy from That's Bodacious Dude talking about the film Anora. That's going to be coming out soon. I'm also doing a whole new podcast show over at Rabbit Hole Podcast called The Rotten Truth, where me and guest host Danny Roberts talk about films that got low ratings on Rotten Tomatoes to find out if they're good or bad or whatnot. I know our episode on Psycho 98 is available there. Again, rabbitholepodcast.com. So go ahead and check that out. If you are, like I said before, if you're a Patreon member, you're going to get episodes earlier and advanced than a lot of the shows. So check that out. That's why you did this episode earlier on there than you would other places. And right now, I have to give a quick shout out to all of our wonderful Patreon members because you all give us money, and I really appreciate that very much. So no special order here. Our special thanks right now to Jeanette Miller over on the Twitter sphere at ATH Jeanette. She did a lot of voice work for us for our Night of the Living Dead and our Reservoir Dogs audio drama. Great lady there. Jen McQuaid from Shot and Applaud, come back. All right, I miss you very much. As much as I love you giving me money, I'd rather have you come back and make more shows. So, love you very much, Jen. I want to thank Jason Soto from Rabbit Hole Podcast. Like I mentioned before, Rabbit Hole Podcast is a place where you can find new episodes of The Rotten Truth. I also was on a recent episode of Jason's podcast, That's the Bombio, Hella Rad Movies of the 90s, talking about the film Twister. That was a lot of fun. Check that out.
The 90s disaster movies.
90s disaster movie. That's right. I was a guest on there talking about The People Under the Stairs and Showgirls. So go ahead and check that stuff out there. Very cool. Christian Hurst. He's an author who wrote the book Lily Starlin and the Salamander, or the Voyage of the Salamander. Thank you very much, Christian Hurst. Steve W. Steve, you don't have a site. I don't know exactly where you came from, but Steve, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Matt and Ashley of Mashley at the Movies, thank you very much. They just did an episode on the film Weapon, so be sure to check out their review there. Donnie Roberts, he's our co-host for The Rotten Truth and does our Donnie Choice episodes. Thank you very much, Donnie Roberts. And lastly, Linda Castro from Bedknobs and Broomflits. Thank you very much, Linda Castro.
Clever.
If you want to be like these awesome people, like I said before, patreon.com/CinemaRecallPod. If you cannot commit to a monthly membership, we also have a Buy Me a Coffee, buymeacoffee.com/CinemaRecallPod. If you go to our website, cinemarecall.net, there are banners right there on the end, and I'll make sure I'll post little links in our show description that's there. You can donate $1, $3, whatever you want to donate to us there. Really appreciate that. But yep, that is it right now for Cinema Recall. Big thank you right now to our special guest, Nick, from the St. Paul Filmcast.
Thank
Nick,
you.
I hope you come back on here, man, because I had a lot of fun.
Oh, I would love to. And Jason, you have to definitely be one of our guests at the St. Paul Filmcast. I would love to talk movies, man.
Love that.
Thank you so much for listening. The full complete version of this episode will be available for Patreon members at patreon.com/CinemaRecallPod.